12 at least
Oh,
right now.
cool.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Happy afternoon and early evening for Sophie. Um,
Hi.
and welcome. Welcome to this interview with Sophie about her experiences of resilience through COVID and fascism in our country, anyway, and how she opened her channel and so forth and so on. So, Sophie, thank you for coming to be with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Of
Thank you.
course. I really enjoy your energy and your spirit, and I look forward to spending time with you. So thank you. And
Thank
I
you.
see Kathleen is there, and Kathleen,
Hey,
I
Kathleen,
have to tell
Ron.
you, yeah, and Melinda's there, and
Yes,
Arlene,
Arlene.
and let's see, I think I might have missed somebody, maybe not. All right. False teeth, Sharon
Sharon,
Sype,
Sipe.
yeah, Sharon Sype, we're on, of course, Sherry, hi.
Hi,
Thanks for coming
Sherry.
by, everybody. And Arlene, yeah. And Arlene McMahon and Butterfly Kisses. Very good.
Hello, Butterfly Kisses.
I, so Kathleen had a short video today where somebody sent her some gifts and she was opening them. And I thought, isn't that sweet? And she was so excited. It was like Christmas, and her husband plays Santa. So that's perfect, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
I have to go back and watch it. Oh,
Well, it's
she did
fun.
it. I was sleeping.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Uh-huh. And hello, Deb H. Yeah, welcome everybody and
Hello.
thanks. Yeah, thanks for being here
Hi,
today.
Vivian.
So if you haven't watched Sophie or you haven't signed up for Sophie's channel, which is Bright Opal Tarot, please do. She is delightful. She also has a wonderful little birdie that occasionally sits on her cards.
Glasses, head.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
They say that if a bird turns on your head, that's good luck. Is that true?
I have no idea because I haven't let him do it yet.
Well, I don't know if it has anything to do with letting him do it, Sophie. Don't they just like do it when the spirit moves?
Oh, I didn't know that. You know, I have had birds. I love birds. I know nothing about them. I didn't know that. Oh
Well,
boy.
yeah, just be careful. I guess if he's up there long enough, you might want to just put a paper towel up there and let him sit on that. I don't know. I don't know. I
Yeah.
haven't owned one. I haven't owned one, so I don't know. But I have had friends own them. And sometimes they fly around and leave their
They're
stuff.
little.
But
Yeah.
maybe
Oh
you
yeah.
have a communication with him. And he says, all right, as long as I don't do it on your head, then we'll be all set, right?
Yeah. That must be it.
That must be it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, welcome. Hi, Vivian. And hello. Somebody else just joined us as well. Janet. Oh,
Janice,
and Libra
please.
Lady. Yeah. And welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here with me and Sophie this afternoon. So, Sophie, like your other Saturday night cohorts, we've had
Yes.
Ron on. We've had Ron here. We've had Kathleen here, and it was your turn to come as well and discuss your experiences. And of course, like Ron, you're a Canadian, but that doesn't mean anything because, I don't even think of us as being separate, really. That just doesn't occur to me anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
We're
like,
cousins kind
we're
of thing. I look
kids and
at it
cousins.
like,
That's it.
yes. Yeah. We have the same, aunt and uncles, but we're cousins. Yeah.
That's
That's it.
right. I
Yeah.
like that. And
Yeah.
I love all my Canadian friends. I remember when I was a young girl, I went to Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island up in there.
Yeah.
And everybody was so much fun. We
Oh
sang
yeah.
all kinds of songs about Ontario. There was a guy there from Ontario, and we were singing the Ontario song. So
Okay. Oh, I don't remember.
is it a place to live, a place to grow?
I don't know it.
Ontario. You don't know that one?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a commercial
Oh, it's a
song.
commercial.
Yes, to invite people to move to Ontario.
Okay. I didn't know that because I was back in the 70s. And so thank you for
Okay.
letting me know that because I thought it was the song for your, what is it? It's
They
not a
might
state, it's
they might
territory.
they
Yeah.
might have one. I lived there for 5 years and I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know.
that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Hello, blissful empath. Welcome. So tell us a little bit. I've interviewed you before. We've had an interview, and
Yes.
you have told me some things before. But for this particular series, I'm asking sort of some similar questions just so that we can have all of the group of the series kind of the same. So
Okay.
one of the first questions was telling us a little bit about yourself and your gifts and that sort of thing, and what brought you here, and when did you come here onto YouTube?
Okay. My gifts basically date back to when I was 9 years old, when I had,
Mm,
those feelings that most children, I do believe, or many people have about having feelings about people passing on or transitioning.
mhm, mhm,
And that's when it started. And I pray for it to go away. And it kind of did, but came back.
mhm,
It grew on while I was a teenager. I got my first tarot deck. I was 20 or 21,
uh-huh.
and I was French. It was in French. I was working in an Anglophone environment, and I was reading cards in English. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
I bet it was. Yeah.
But I was reading to raise money for the social committee at the office,
Okay.
and people kept coming back, so I must have been good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was fun, reading those words, and they were big words, and I would look at the guy and say sympathy, almost,
Did you not know how to speak English?
no, none at the
Oh,
time, not at the
oh,
time,
wow. Okay.
no. So I
Okay.
would put a kind of an English
Spin on it.
accent,
Yeah.
yeah, and it would
Uh-huh.
go. So hey, whatever works.
Oh, that's the universal language of symbol, really, is what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
yeah. So,
Awesome.
but I learned English a lot doing that. And
Uh-huh.
but when I first saw my ex-boyfriend's passing, then that kind of that affected me, and I burnt my cards.
Yeah. I
And
can't blame you. Yeah.
no, I just burnt my cards. But I was always kind of interested by psychic abilities and predictions and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And one night in 2017, I got to the Jean Mail website, and she's a wonderful, wonderful lady, and she taught me a lot about tarot and remote viewing.
Oh.
And yeah, I do remote view, and then I continue learning tarot on my own. And eventually, one day, I kept watching videos, and I thought, I've always wanted to do a YouTube channel, so why not?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So when was that? Was that in
that
like
was this year.
this year?
This
Okay.
year, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I think probably around February or March. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So at first, I was going full blast. I put out a lot of videos every week, and then poof, that was it. I was kind of, I
Burnt
got,
out.
I was burned out. But
Uh-huh.
Ron invited me to his channel
Mhm.
to read on Saturday nights, and he kept me into it.
Good.
And and now I'm starting to get back into it a little bit more. Yeah.
I noticed you
So
had a couple up there, Adam Kinzinger and a few other
yeah,
things that you just
yeah,
did. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I did have visions about that Adam Kinzinger earlier, like in 2018 and 2019. And at
Oh,
first I thought, well, maybe it's because he's cute, right? I might be old, but
it's
I'm not
not
immune. He's a
that
good looking guy,
long.
short but good looking.
Right?
So I thought that was what I was feeling, but I'm seeing
Mhm.
things that I had seen that is
Ah,
currently happening.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fascinating.
That's
I'm going to
why
go
I'm
back and listen
interested
to
in
it. Yeah.
him. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, to me, and Liz Cheney, who really don't have a lot of my same political beliefs, but I admire them a great deal for what they're doing. They're standing up for the Constitution and other things, and so fabulous people.
yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
when you came on to, before you had your channel, you started watching other people and learning, you say, more about the tarot? Or were you watching
well,
them because you wanted to know about what was going on from their perspective?
I wanted to know what was going on from their perspective. I did take a class with Lina Rodriguez, and
Hmm.
yeah, it was, I was interested in
Hmm.
their perspective, and I was also learning that way more about tarot.
Hmm.
Um, and I also use tarot for mental health, to improve mental health and things like that.
Good,
So
good.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can tap into our inner. I mean, I'm not a tarot expert. I'm actually, I just was telling somebody the other day that I'm starting Danny, I guess it was. I was on with Danny, and I'm really just starting again because I started learning in '88, and it
okay,
was, yeah. And you put them down, you pick them up. I still have one some cards from there, but I really like the oracles. For me, I like the oracles.
yeah,
If you did a reading and you put cards down, I'd probably know kind of what it was, at least in my experience. I may not read the same thing you do exactly, but I understand more about the cards than I think I do. I think that's what it is.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
I'm starting a course now. Well, it's basically a self course type of thing with Benebel, when the holistic tarot. And
Hmm.
when you buy the book and you have the lesson plan that she gives you for free, you're basically going for through a whole class from beginning to advanced.
Well, good.
And the book is like this thick. It's gonna take me a while.
It will take you a little while. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like my husband used to read the encyclopedia when he was a little boy. He
yeah.
went from A all the way to Z, and then he started over again because that was all the books he had in the house. I said, well, at least you know about aardvarks and zebras. But
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But with tarot, one of the thing too is I look at the images. If something
uh-huh,
clicks to me and it reminds me of something else,
right.
I don't care if it's the Queen of Wands. If
Hmm.
what I see are the grapes and the grapes mean something to me, then I'm going to talk about the grapes. And
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I
So
do it
it's
that way.
yeah. Well, I love that because you're bringing into your consciousness that which of that card is giving you the message, and you're
Yeah,
feeling confident in it that way. Like you
yeah,
said, there are cards that are out there that aren't necessarily one thing or another thing, but the things that are on the cards. And I've heard people tell me that they notice more about their cards over time as well. They notice this
yes,
little bird or this. Yeah. Yeah. That's
yeah,
awesome. Yeah.
yeah. But I'm getting more an appreciation of oracle cards, more and more.
Yeah.
Since you
Yeah.
did the one card videos with us, I
Uh-huh.
really appreciated those. I'm
Yeah,
starting to
they have some
appreciate
good,
those better.
even though sometimes it's the word and sometimes it's the symbol that really sucks me in.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just depends what it is. But
yeah,
yeah, so Katie says she admires you when you were working in the other language, when you were trying to do the cards, the French cards. And yes, Ron, we know that you do only tarot in English. Yeah, your channels are in English. Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah. That's wonderful though. I work with a lot of students who
Thank you.
English is their second or third language because they're from
Yeah,
China. Right? I There's nothing more than I admire in somebody than the ability to be bi or trilingual. Or I'm not a language person. I can't do that for some
oh, me
reason.
neither, me neither. It
Oh,
was a necessity because in school, when I left Quebec City to go to Toronto to learn English, I couldn't
hmm.
have a conversation. I didn't know English at all. In
Uh-huh.
spite of having had 7 years of English classes throughout school, I just, because it didn't come to me naturally.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's for some people it comes naturally, and
Yeah.
for
It does.
others, yeah,
Oh, for
and
me,
for others
French.
like me, yeah,
No, when my freshman year in high school, I took French, and you got past perfect, past imperfect, this, that, and the other, and I was like so frustrated. I think I got a D. but when I took Spanish, it was a little bit easier for some reason. I don't know why, but I still wasn't real eloquent in it, you
Well,
know.
French is very difficult because of all its exceptions in grammar.
Uh-huh.
That's what
That's
I
the
say.
problem.
It's
Yeah.
there's
Uh-huh.
too many exceptions
Yeah.
in grammar. So yeah, it's
And
not
I
easy.
even have a hard time with English grammar, and I'm an English teacher. I mean, sometimes I'm ready to go, so I understand. Um,
Yeah.
so let's see. As far as resilience,
Mhm.
um, I've been asking everybody about the resilience idea, that resilience for us to be resilient, to be able to continue living without depression. Well, you know, we may have a little bit,
Yes.
whatever. During this time period, have you had any challenges that way with, you know, the, yourself or the community?
Yeah. For me, there was a period of difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the thing is, being bipolar, I experienced depression,
Mm-hmm.
and I have my tools to help me with that, and I have my medication.
Uh-huh.
Um, at first, when we went into the pandemic, my medication was working fairly well, and I had a friend who was I don't like saying the expression quote unquote homeless, but she didn't have a place to stay, and she stayed with
Uh-huh.
me for a couple of months,
Uh-huh.
and we had a blast. And usually, because I'm the kind of person who, when there is a problem, we seek solutions.
Right.
I'm that
Right.
type of person.
Good.
Um, it was helpful for me to
Sure.
be that way. And
Mm-hmm.
I also looked at how I can help other people, like elders around me.
Mm-hmm.
When I do that, it helps.
Mm-hmm.
When your medication stopped working, it's
Not
not
so
so good
good.
anymore.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
no, and that happened. So I had
Yeah.
a little difficulty there. But
Yeah.
having gone through very in-depth therapy,
Mm-hmm.
I've learned a lot of tools to help me cope with
That's
that
great.
and become more resilient
Good.
when you get into a depression, and learning to manage your energy level. Um, you basically manage your energy like you would a bank account.
Sure.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
So,
Don't want to overdraw it.
no, no, you don't want
Yeah.
to overdo it. And, there's a way to calculate that, apparently, that I haven't, it didn't sink in, but I'm doing it my own way, and
Good.
to help me with that.
Uh-huh.
So, um, and having my friend there helped me not be so isolated, which is
Right. And not
something
so
that is easy for
self-focused.
me. Yeah,
Right. Right.
yeah.
Yeah. But then she
So
left. That must have made you, did you feel like you were left behind and after that?
no, because
No.
I had to get my medication adjusted.
Oh, I see.
So in order for me to do that, I have to be hospitalized. So I
Hmm.
wasn't there when she
Oh, I
left.
see. I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Now that makes it easier coming, at least coming home and knowing. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
thank you. That's very courageous and loving of you to tell us your story about that in particular. I certainly didn't want you to do that if you weren't comfortable with it. But
yeah,
yeah, yeah. But it really helps other people as well. And
yeah. I think it does.
it does. It really does. Because a lot of us can be at the end of our rope. But for me, if I'm feeling very lonely or I'm feeling isolated, or if I come on and I talk with my friends here, or even if I Zoom with somebody for a while, or talk with, people I have a place to go where there are other people who think like me. So I love,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Isn't it a nice feeling? Yeah,
yeah. It is. This is a great community. I
it is.
unfortunately don't get to chat because I can't multitask anymore.
Ah,
So if I start chatting, I don't listen to what's going on.
uh-huh.
If I
Okay.
listen to what's going on, I can't
You
read
can't
what's.
chat. You
No.
aren't alone there. There's a lot of people that I have. See, because I'm a teacher and I've done it so long that I have to divide myself between this and that. I have
Yeah,
my times, but I can do that but I can't multitask like I used to, where I could write, be on the phone, talking to you. I used to
I
be able to
used
do
to.
that.
Yeah, me too. I used when I
Uh-huh.
was working. I was doing all of that, but now
Uh-huh.
no, that's not.
Yeah.
No,
It really does, and it takes away the present moment. Really, you can't enjoy this if you have to have half your time divided
that's
looking at
true.
this. Yeah,
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 hmm
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
And yep, Katie Moonchild says that's her issue too. And Butterfly Kisses, I agree with that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's very true. The thing that I will say is, even if you can't divide your time through what your focus could be and the chat, you can look over here, and you can see all these wonderful people, and they're all
yes,
here for you, or your guest, or yeah, isn't it a nice
yeah.
feeling? Yeah,
It
it is.
is.
It
It
is.
is.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
a nice feeling. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, Kathleen's
Think.
asking about my ring. Yes,
Yes.
it is Larimar. It is a Larimar
Oh,
ring. Isn't it pretty?
beautiful.
I know. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Oh, Sophie, you are truly inspirational as a person. She's a fighter and a survivor. That is awesome.
thank you, doesn't cat for me.
I
Thank
know. She's going
you.
to come on and talk, and she has quite a story to tell as well. She's going to come on and talk with me soon. So,
Oh, I
yeah.
hope so. I
Yes, she
hope
will.
so. I saw
Yeah.
something on Friday, and
I know.
you brought tears to me, to my eyes, and it's yeah. I
Really?
when she went on live with Lisa Smith, and she started talking about
Yeah.
her experience doesn't get for me. You brought tears to my eyes. I was very, very touched
I
by
was too.
what. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was.
Hmm.
And how Gina Labrie, who does do the medium work, helped her. And
Yeah,
I'm just glad that Jean can be out there doing that work, and because she's so good at it. And
yeah,
obviously it touches a lot of people. So yeah, I agree
absolutely.
with you, Sophie. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, takes a lot of courage, and oh my God, yeah,
But
yeah.
here we got people that thinking you're pretty awesome, Sophie, as well. And I
Thank you
want
so
you to
much.
know that. Oh, definitely.
Oh my
Uh,
God, my
as a
my head is swelling.
It's all right. As a reader, you're exceptional as your grandmother's opal. How about that?
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you,
Oh yeah.
thank
There's a
you,
lot of people that really love you. Yes.
thank you
So I
so
just,
much.
we
Love
don't
you
want our
too,
ego to go
Kathleen.
out the window, but it is nice to know we're appreciated. So I wanted you to know that.
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
I
guys.
know. I love it.
Oof.
Um, so have you joined the Tarot Love community? Did you join that?
I did. I
Okay.
joined that.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm not very active in that right
Oh,
now
I know.
because
But
I
you
have
do have it.
paralysis.
Yeah, I
Yes.
getcha. Yeah. I
And I was supposed to help Renee with things, and I'm completely paralyzed right now. And I think that coming out, with Ron, with Kathleen, with you, it's helping me getting a
Yeah.
little bit more
Comfort.
active, comfortable again. Yeah, I
Mhm.
have no idea why I have that paralysis. Um, well, I do. I need to work on it. So
Confidence. Confidence.
confidence,
Mhm.
and a friend, very good friend, mentioned a psychic attack, and
Okay. So you got to
I need.
protect yourself. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
You do
yeah,
it. Absolutely. Yeah. There's lots of ways you can surround yourself with pink light, but I've been attacked psychically too. I don't think the person who attacked, it wasn't here, but I think the person doesn't realize how vile they are, and how, when you're around them, or you don't even have to be around them, and they're just sending you all these darts, and you have to protect yourself. It's very uncomfortable. So
it is. It is.
yeah.
So, and I don't want to give that out as well to other people
Right.
because you can do
Right.
that, I imagine,
Sure.
So,
Well, I'm
yeah.
wrapping you up and giving you a big hug, because
Thank you.
of course. Um, so is there anything that you feel you need that you would like from the community? Let's say, do you want people to um, write you and give you ideas for shows or questions?
I would appreciate that.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Patience and forgiveness is a big
Hmm.
thing, a
It
big, big
is.
thing.
Yeah.
If you could please forgive me for being behind and, you know,
Problem.
continue to be patient.
Uh-huh.
And I have a funny story to tell you about when we were in shutdown.
Okay.
You know, me and birds, I always have a story about birds because
Yeah.
when I live through them, they're very funny. My friend, when she was living with me, I had three birds at the time. And she loved the way that I could, oh, there he comes.
There he comes. Mention
There
his
he
name.
comes.
Oh, he's so
Yay.
adorable. I love him.
Yeah. And my friend wanted to have her own bird. So
Okay.
she went and got a bird. But the thing
Uh-huh.
is, she was keeping the bird in her bedroom, but the bird wanted to be with my birds.
Sure. Yeah.
He couldn't fly because his wings were clipped at the
Oh,
time that she bought him. So the bird would get out of his cage and then would start walking down the hall all the way to the living room to get to my birds, and then she would say, "Run away! We have a runaway!" And that was a little bird walking down the hall to get to my birds. Then my birds would get out of the cage and show this little thing how to get into the cage using the ladder I had made for them when they had their own
right.
wings clipped,
Flipped. Yeah.
which take maybe a try or two, and he
Yeah.
was able to do it. So that would happen,
Oh,
oh my, maybe 4 or 5 times a day, that we would have a runaway bird. That was so funny.
it sounds funny. It
Yeah,
does.
and
Yeah,
that's
it
the
does.
kind of fun that we had together as we were in
Mhm.
shutdown,
Yeah.
you know?
Boy, it's great to have a friend when you
Yeah,
need it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Gosh, that's wonderful. I
yeah.
love that. So that bird finally can that bird finally, I know she's not with you, but can it fly now?
I don't know where the bird
Oh,
is.
oh, okay.
I don't know because when I had to get my meds adjusted, I ended up giving my birds to the breeder,
Oh, yeah.
and but I don't know what happened to that bird. I can't remember.
Mm,
I know my brother has three birds now, so I have problems with memory, so
okay.
sometimes I'll
That's
I'll,
great.
I'll forget things. So, but
Hmm.
I know that now my brother has three birds. Now I gave him two more, so I don't know where that bird is anymore.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
But it's
But
adorable. You remember the story like that. I can't
yes,
imagine him walking down the hall and the other
this
one's waiting
little
on him.
thing,
These
yeah,
little
and the other,
tiny things. I know. Oh,
yeah.
that's really
Oh
cute. It really
yeah,
is. We
yeah,
needed those kind of stories during the lockdown. I mean,
yeah.
some days just went into the next, into the next. I remember telling somebody on here that it was easier for me because I was older, and it doesn't even matter that it probably would have been okay maybe when I was in my 50s even. But if I was in my 30s and 40s, I like always to be gone and doing this and doing that. I would have been miserable. I would have been an awful company for anybody.
Well, it was difficult. I think that
Yeah.
for me, the fact that I'm not working, I'm
Hmm.
used to being alone,
Right.
and that was like a non-event for me.
Sure. Yeah.
And actually, it got me into action because for elderly people, I was able to go get grocery.
Oh, that was.
My parents had cancer, and the lady upstairs had cancer as well.
Oh,
So, going through chemotherapy, she didn't want to take any chances, and I
sure.
offered whenever
Yeah.
I would go. So, and we had those long lineups in the cold, and then you had to wash your hands at the end, the store entrance in the cold.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Some of that stuff, and a lot of people don't realize, of course, that you guys have a lot of cold there. I mean, um, a friend of mine lived in actually not Alberta, maybe Saskatchewan or somewhere. I
Yeah,
don't know. But did they have an underground mall? Is there one where there's an underground?
Alberta.
Alberta
Alberta.
does. Okay. But it was because it's so cold there that it's yeah. people like to be down under the ground so that they can go
Yeah.
shopping or whatever they do. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even know that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
no, it's
Yeah.
yeah, and we're still wearing our masks. The mask
Yeah.
mandate is still on here in Canada.
It is in Washington State.
Yeah,
Yes. hmm And I'm okay with that. I'd be
me
wearing one
too.
if they didn't even tell me to, because why
Me
not?
too.
I feel like I'll probably always wear one when I go in stores now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, Dozen Cats says most Canadians were locked down for almost the entire pandemic. And I do believe also when I talked to Chrissy, I think they were locked down in Australia for a very, very long
yeah,
time as well. Yeah.
yeah. Well, a lot of people weren't respecting the lockdown. So they in Quebec
hmm
they had fine. If you're not home by 9 o'clock, it's like a hefty fine. It was around $1,000, I think.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Ron might be able to confirm, but yeah, it was $1,000 if you weren't home by this time.
hmm
All the
Yeah.
stores would close at a specific time, and yeah,
So if you were out, if you were a medical worker or something, you'd have to have an ID that said that if you were picked up
some
after that.
kind of information
Yeah.
that would
Yeah.
yes,
Prove why you were out. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
mm,
Hi, Mims. Hi, Stone Marble. Welcome. Hi,
hello.
Vivian. Yeah. It's good to see everybody. So is there anything else that you'd like to talk about with regard to, our community here or your
Well,
channel?
if you want to start a channel, go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it. And the TLC community is absolutely wonderful. And
Mhm.
is it me or am I having like some kind of a cloud right there?
It's your background that you have, because you should have seen the bird. The bird. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
so my background is creating that.
Yeah,
Oh
it's the
la la.
color. It's a blue, like a blue. Yeah.
I'll have to change my background again.
Now bring it down to your third eye here, Sophie. Oh, that's
Ooh, it's there. It's
there
there.
it is. That's
Oops.
funny. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, would you say that you're an introvert for the most part?
Absolutely. I'm an
Okay,
introvert.
so there's
Yes.
another one. Yeah, almost
Yes.
everybody I've interviewed, with a few exceptions, but introverted,
Yeah.
didn't want to be out there, didn't
Yeah.
want to. Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. And but having done public speaking since the age of 13, to me that's not what's difficult about doing YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
That speaking publicly is a non-event for me. So that's you know
That helps,
because
right? Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, because many introverts are having problem speaking publicly.
True. That's true. Yeah,
So for me, it was not.
not that
Yeah,
issue. Yeah.
not an issue at all. No,
I
no.
know when I first started, when we're on by ourselves, I think we're more self-conscious than when we're on with somebody else, because you're trying to think of what you want to say and you might make a mistake. I don't know. That was pretty much what I saw when I look back at videos from the past.
Me too. Me
Uh-huh.
too. And I'm having problems, kicking myself in the bottom and say, okay, now I'm going to invite other readers because I'm not. I feel my level of knowledge of tarot and of practicing the craft has not um, is not there yet.
Right. I
So
get you. Yeah.
it makes
Need
it
more practice.
difficult.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when I was on with Ron and the Soul Sisters, I mean, those girls are amazing.
They are amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. I was really flustered at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
And it was only during the last reading that I was a little bit more
More
comfortable. And
comfortable. Okay.
yeah. So
You are an amazing reader. I mean, I've watched you many
thank you.
times, and I think you
Thank you.
you bring a lot to your readings. So, but you know what? We always doubt ourselves. Somebody else is usually better than we are, or we think so, even though it may not be
Yeah.
true. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh-huh, yeah.
But just so that for those of you who want to start a channel, whatever the channel might be. It is worth it.
Yeah,
It is, you make it your own,
you do.
and you take the good and leave the rest. If somebody says something bad about your channel, or, we can't hear you, or you're too loud, or,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
disregard
Oh,
those
well,
comments.
why
Yeah,
don't you try? I'd like to say to some of those people that I really, really haven't had. I'm glad to
me
hear,
neither. Me
but
neither.
I'd like to say, why don't you open a YouTube channel and see how much better you can do than
Yeah,
if that's the way they want. But those people are sort of trollish anyway, don't you think? They're
they.
nitpicky and yeah,
Yeah, I think that they are. You do what you can with what you got.
yeah,
And
that's
I'm
it.
going to get myself another shower curtain because the background isn't working enough. I feel like this cloud here, I have a cloud not over my head, but smack, I have a bullseye on my forehead.
Hey, like I said, it's your third eye. What can
That's
you
it.
say?
That's
It's
it.
popping right out now. So,
Yeah, yeah, that's
yep.
it.
Yep.
That's it.
Mims thinks that you would be great no matter what your level. She says, go for it, please.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Mims.
And
Thank
of
you.
course, Kathleen agrees. You're awesome. And Chris also.
Thank you
Yep.
so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
of course.
Thank you. I'm,
Everybody's very kind here. They really are. They're very
they,
supportive and
yes.
very kind. Yep. Yep.
Yes, yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, and Ron says, look at all the positive comments after the reading.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
I
go on
forget.
and watch it. You can watch it and then you can just spend time in the comments. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. Yeah,
It is a good
yeah,
idea. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Sophie, I've enjoyed this very much. I
Me
always love
too.
working with you. And
Me too.
if anybody wants to work with Sophie on her channel, let her know because
Thank
she's
you.
going to be open to do that, and that's great. That's the next step, Sophie. Yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
here to support you.
thank
Absolutely.
you very much.
Oh, you're
Thank
welcome,
you.
honey. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everybody, for coming.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you. Have a
Oh,
great day. Yep.
can I say one last thing?
You can say whatever you want.
Thank you
Yep.
to Crazy Cat Lady Farley. I think that was her idea, right? About the resilience series.
Oh, Cat Mama. Yeah,
Cat
Kaya
Mama.
Noel. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Isn't
Thank
she
you.
great? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. That is an excellent idea. Thank you.
Yep. And thank you for bringing it to us all. Yes. Thank you for being part of it. So,
Bye.
bye bye.